Good morning children. Welcome back to your English class. You have already learnt about simple and continuous tenses. Today we are going to do perfect tenses. So let's start present perfect tense first.
So children, let's learn about present, past and future perfect tenses. As you know, actions or verbs play the most important role in tenses. So, perfect tenses show actions already completed or completely done in the past. These tenses are also called simple perfect tenses. You can identify these perfect tenses very easily as the verb phrase consists of has, have, had, or will or shall have as helping verbs with the verb in past participle form, like has or have finished, had forgotten, will or shall have done. So children, here has, have, had, will or shall have are all helping verbs with the past participle form of the verbs finished, forgotten and done. Okay. But before going to the next step, here the question that arises in the mind is, what is past participle form of the verb? Okay, so let's know about it in detail. It has already been discussed while explaining the simple tenses that a verb has three major forms: present, past, and past participle. Present and past forms of the verb are used in simple present and simple past tense, whereas the past participle form of the verb is used in perfect tenses. So, let's learn about the formations of past participle form of the verb. Children, past participle is the third form of the verb. First of all, we will discuss about the regular verbs. Do you know regular verbs? Yes. Here, please do remember that the verbs whose past and past participle forms are formed by adding ed or d are called regular verbs. Like rule number 1. In most cases, we form the past and past participle by adding ed to the word, like miss, present form, missed, past form, and again missed, past participle or the third form of the verb. Again, work, present form, worked, past form, and again worked, past participle form of the verb. But children, here you need to remember that in most of the cases, the past and past participle forms of the verbs remain same. So, you need to be very careful while using the past participle forms only in perfect tenses, because later we will discuss the other verbs which are not same in both the tenses, okay, or in both the forms. So come to the next rule. In the words ending in E, we add D, like bake, baked, baked, arrive, arrived, arrived. Okay. Next is, in the words ending with the consonant plus Y, we replace Y and use IED. For example, try, tried, tried, marry, married, married. Here we have replaced Y and used IED. Clear? Next rule is, in the words ending with the vowel plus Y, we add ED, like pray, prayed, prayed, play, played, played. But please do remember that while following the same rule, in some words we use ID in place of Y, like pay, paid, paid, lay, laid, laid. So you need to learn these words. Okay. So children, these are all regular verbs which follow certain rules in the formations of past and past participle forms. Now, we are going to discuss about irregular verbs which do not follow any rules when we change them to their participle forms. Rule number 1. Some words do not change their forms. They remain same in all the three forms like cut, cut, cut. Hurt, hurt, hurt. Okay. Next is some verbs have the same past and past participle forms like keep, kept, kept, leave, left, left. Some verbs have all the three different forms. For example, do, did, done, write, wrote, written. So children, in all these cases, we have to learn the forms. All these formations have been given in your grammar book on page numbers 77, 78 and 79. So, go through all these rules properly and learn the verb forms. Okay. Now, let's discuss about the present perfect tense. The present perfect tense describes an action that started in the past but has completed just now. The verbs in these sentences are in the present perfect tense. That is, they have just been completed. For example, I have finished the painting a few minutes ago. Have finished. My uncle has left for Chennai. Has left. The students have gone home. Have gone. Now, let's discuss rules to be followed. In present perfect tense, the structure of the sentence is subject plus has or have plus V3 means the past participle form of the verb or third form of the verb and then object. Okay. With singular nouns and the pronouns he, she and it, we use has. For example, my mother has brought a computer. So here you can see that my mother is a singular subject and we have used has plus third form of the verb or the past participle form of the verb. Number 2, he has broken the glass. Again here with singular subject we have used has plus past participle form of the verb. Okay. Next is the soldier has started firing. Again here with singular subject the soldier we have used has plus third form of the verb or the past participle form of the verb. Whereas with plural nouns and the pronouns I, you, they and we use have. For example, I have bought 2 candles. They have opened the gate. Arun and Varun have eaten healthy food. Clear, children? Let's discuss more about present perfect with the help of a timeline. See carefully both these examples. Number 1, I have played football a lot this week. Here the action happened in the past but continuing or is still true in the present moment. That is, I am still playing football. Next is an example of finished action without any time declared. I have finished my homework. Here we are getting to know that the homework is done, but time is not specified when exactly the homework is done. In the timeline, it will look like that you may think it is a simple past, but here the time is not known. While in simple past, we know the time when the action was completed. So, please remember this difference. It's very important to know the difference between simple past and present perfect because both tenses express an action completed in the past, but there is one basic difference. The simple past tense expresses a completed action not connected with the present, whereas the present perfect tense expresses a completed action connected with the present. To understand this, here we have two examples for you. I have lost my pen. Here you can see that I don't have a pen to write with. Here the action of losing the pen is linked with the present. Next is, I lost my pen yesterday. Here the action of losing the pen has no link with the present. Clear, children? Let's have a look at some of the important points. Number 1. In present perfect, we see the present result of a past action linked with the present. But in simple past, we see the past action not linked with the present. In present perfect tense, the action is finished a short time ago, while in simple past, the action is finished a longer time ago. Number 3. In present perfect tense, we see a time up to the present, and in simple past, we see a time in the past. The most important thing to remember is that we should not use any expression denoting past time with the present perfect tense. For example, yesterday, last night, last day, last week, the day before yesterday, last month, last year, etc. are all past time marker which can't be used with the present perfect tense. Like, I watched a movie last night. This is a right sentence. But we can't write, I have watched a movie last night. In present perfect tense, we use unfinished time words like today, this week, this weekend, this month, this year, this season, this decade, this century. For example, I did not receive this month's salary is a wrong sentence. We always write, I have not received this month's salary. Okay, children? So now let's have a look in which conditions we use present perfect tense. Number 1, immediate past action means the action that has just completed. For example, the train has just left. Number 2, action which happened in the past and is continuing up to this moment. For example, he has worked as a gardener all his life. Here, we can see that he started the gardening in the past but is still doing that work now. Number 3, past event with result visible now. For example, Shreya has cut her hair. She is looking nice. Here you can see that the cutting of hair has already been done in the past, but the result of looking nice is still visible. Okay. Number 4, an action where time is not important. Okay. Then what is important here? Yes, you are right. Only the result is important. For example, I have read all Harry Potter's books. Here, it's not important when the reading was done. Okay, children? Come to rule number 5. An action repeated many times in the past and may happen again. For example, India has faced tsunamis many times. Right, children? Next is rule number 6. We use present perfect tense for describing our experiences and accomplishments. Do you know the meaning of accomplishment? Yes, accomplishment means something that has been achieved successfully. Okay? For example, I have troubled a lot of people in my life. This is an experience. Next one is she has won many prizes. This is an accomplishment. Right, children? Again, there are certain keywords and expressions used in perfect tense. Used in present perfect tense, these help you to identify easily the present perfect tense like just, already, ever, never, yet, this morning, this week, this afternoon, etc. Okay? So children, that's all for today. Hope you have well understood the present perfect tense. For better conceptual understanding, watch the video again and do the book exercises. Okay? In the next video, we will discuss the past and future perfect tenses. Thank you.